What's going on, Pokemon trading card game fans? Welcome. This is episode number 4 of Special Conditions, the podcast where we talk all things TCG. Special Conditions is part of the Pokemon Professor Network. Today is Sunday, July 29th, 2019. I'm your host, Adam Tuttle, joined by my co-host, Josh Brown. How's it going over there on the other side of the map?
Good evening, Adam. It's going well over here on the Best Coast.
The Best Coast.
Yeah, I'm enjoying myself. You know, it was a long weekend. Had softball tournament with one of the kids, and it's middle of summer, so it's warm. But overall, you know, I can't complain. Life is good.
Fantastic.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
You know, I've been sick this week, so it's been right for the past 2 weeks. I'm finally recovered. I get to go back to work. I'm super pumped to actually go back to work. I didn't think I'd actually say that, but it's been boring.
Yeah, I know that.
You know, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, right. You feel the first few days you're like, you know what, I can get used to this. You know, not going to work thing, and then you realize that no, work is kind of important to just at least for your own mental health. You know, just to get out of the house and like communicate with people and do things other than
say I'm doing something, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you're feeling better. You're starting to, at least.
Yeah, it's progress. I still got a little ways to go, so
sure.
I've got Pokemon TCG to get me by.
You do. That is confirmed.
Well, I mean, Worlds is coming up, so I'm pretty nervous.
Right.
Pretty pumped.
Right. Weird question, tangent. This is not my question of the week, but on Twitter they were talking about like the World Championships this morning.
Yes.
And they had like a string of like 60 tweets. I didn't understand what was going on with the tweets. I was very confused by what was going on.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what was going on. I think they were just trying to like promote Worlds in general, and they wanted to get more people to just go.
Right.
In general, I don't think it's anything more than that. They just want a bigger presence.
Yeah. Okay. It was just weird. Like they were answering their own questions within tweets. It was very confusing. I was like, if this is what I need to know about when it comes to this kind of stuff, I am far behind already. So I don't know.
Yeah, they just kind of throw out millions of things.
Sure.
It's just this little booklet that just, you know, when trainers' eyes meet, and they just little different captions, and it was cool, but it's kind of bogus in a way.
Okay. I just didn't have any idea what was going on. So as long as you confirm that it was also kind of weird, then I feel better about not knowing anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was weird that they were like, what game are you playing?
Yeah.
It's certainly not Shield and Sword.
Not yet.
And then I was like, oh, certainly not Pokemon Go at Pokemon Worlds. And then, Pokemon Go PvP is going to be at Worlds.
Very cool of them. I like.
Yeah, I mean, it's only like a eight player match.
It doesn't matter. Everything is starting to intermingle. You know, finally, like.
Yes.
Everything kind of has...
When worlds collide.
Yeah, exactly. Everything's kind of seemed so separated for a long time, and now that things are starting to get... I don't know. It's just one big happy Pokemon family right now.
Yeah, because these events, like, I've been to many national championships for the TCG. I've been to, I think, 2 Worlds now. So, they are so fun just to be at.
Right.
Just because everybody there absolutely loves Pokemon.
Sure. I would hope
There's
so.
people cosplaying. There's just people that just want to be around other people playing Pokemon. Like, it's fantastic. Yeah. And for the longest time, it's just been the card game and the video game. And then Pokken Tournament came into it. And now Pokemon Go is coming in.
Yeah. It's a cool thing, man. I'm digging it. I like it. I like the harmony that's going on.
It's a beautiful thing.
So you had something going on this last Sunday. Yesterday? What is today? Monday? Yeah. It's all a blur.
Yeah, today's Monday. Oh, man. Well, I apologize that we're starting the podcast in the past.
Well, I mean, they're always in the past, Adam.
All right, yeah. Podcasts are always in the past. It doesn't matter. We're recording it on Monday, but I just said we were recording it on Sunday just to see if anybody was paying attention.
Oh, I wasn't even paying attention. Clearly, I don't. I can't even keep track of the days anymore, man.
Well, that just goes to show you. Like, I've got the show notes, so like that's just in my head what I'm doing.
Right. I will say,
but yeah,
just to pull back the curtain a little bit here, I changed it to episode 4 in your show notes, so you didn't read episode 3 and then get everybody confused.
Oh, okay. Thanks for the save.
Do it again.
But we had our first like theme deck TCGO night. Only one person got back to me, but we were still able to play 2 matches. I live streamed it, so I'm trying to get out there. I'm trying to do it. It's not the greatest quality, but it's a learning experience. I'm still trying to figure out the bugs and stuff. So
gotta start somewhere.
But it was a lot of fun. Yeah.
I wish I could have been there. I was, like I said, busy with softball. Doing that kind of stuff was the farthest thing from my mind. But
well, listen. Anytime that you're like, Adam, I want to get in the game. I want to play.
Yeah.
You just send me that message, and I'll whip up my laptop and just be like, all right, let's do this. It's
gonna be a special occasion, man. I promise you. So did you win?
All right. I won both of them.
Okay.
And it was nice because it was like it took me back to the roots because I had to like explain everything how I was thinking.
Oh, okay.
Where like I know that none of the structure decks play any gust cards.
Okay.
Which basically you move whatever Pokemon you chose to be your active to the bench. So I know that like anything on the bench is safe.
Okay.
And it comes down to basically whoever can get out their cards first, or has like a bench filled with Pokemon that are powered up and ready to go. And I just saw openings where I don't think he saw them. But it was a lot of fun. Okay. I played the Lost Thunder Raikou deck and then the Team Up Blastoise deck.
Which one did you like better?
Honestly, I had more fun with the Lost Thunder Raikou one.
Why is that?
Just there was more I could do.
Okay.
It felt more versatile.
Okay. I'll trust you on that one.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. It's not straightforward, and the Blastoise one is pretty much straightforward. We've talked about on the show the Powerful Squall, where you look at the top 6, grab all the waters, and put them on your Pokemon, and then it's just attack. You put the waters down, you attack. Simple as that.
Right.
This one, there's abilities in play that for the Ampharos, you discard 2 lightnings. And their active Pokemon's paralyzed.
Okay.
Doesn't sound like a lot. Well, you remove them from play. You put them in the lost zone. But its attack does 50 damage to two different Pokemon on your opponent's side. So it doesn't matter if it's the active or any of the bench. So you could be paralyze the active so they can't move or attack or do anything. And then just take knockouts on the bench.
Which is pretty
And that's
awesome.
exactly what I did.
Yeah.
Yes. And then Raikou works says if you have any lightning energies in the lost zone, its attack does 90 more damage. So it does 30 plus 90. So it does 120 for 2 energies, which the entire deck basically attacks for 2 energies, making it a lot faster feeling of a deck.
Okay.
Where a lot of the other ones are, play 3 energies, do this.
Okay. So a little speed element to it, and not heavy hitter, but
slow and steady wins the race.
But not really slow either. I mean, slow isn't damage wise, but like things are moving at a quicker pace. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, and it's just one of those like, you can adapt and like add cards to your structure deck, and it's like any structure deck could just throw in 1 Mew from Unbroken Bonds, and it just prevents all bench damage. So it just ruins the entire deck.
Gotcha. Interesting.
But yeah.
Well, congratulations on your 2 wins.
I know, but I feel like I don't deserve them. I'm like, the whole time I'm just like, all right, he needs this 1 energy, he needs this, he needs that, and he just never got it.
I appreciate you.
And then, I mean, they were close games, don't get me wrong. They were actually close games. It wasn't like I was taking it easy.
Right. Well, then you deserve it, man. Sounds like you're a good sport about
I'll
it.
take it. I was.
Take your dub, man. Take it.
Yeah, I got my road to worlds.
man.
Got to get there somewhere. Starting with the structure
The bodies have to pile up, you know?
Well, they're going to turn into zombies and come after me.
That's fine.
If I don't get out of there soon.
Cardio. Huh. All right.
All right, Josh.
Yes.
Did you pick up anything this week?
Pick up is a funny word, Adam.
Well, did you pick up a new pack from your booster box?
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. My partner and I, we kind of opened up the whole box, the entire box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. It's hard not to. Seriously, staring at a box of cards.
Yeah. It was tough. I still have the 3 leftover packs that I'm going to be opening on this show for the next 3 weeks. So I put those aside. I put them upstairs on my desk so I wouldn't be tempted to break into those. So
even that's hard.
I'm holding.
I'm staring at 2 unified minds right now.
I'm holding them, Adam.
It's killing me.
I just need to rip these off as quickly as possible. So aside from these 3, we ended up opening the whole box. Now I badly wanted to text you, but I didn't. I resisted because I knew we were going to be talking about it on this show. I did what you said. You'd be proud of me. And I found a whole thing of sleeves that I had from a trainer's box that I had bought a long time ago. So I had like 50 sleeves in there. And I immediately sleeved all of the flex cards. We're calling them flex cards, Adam, right? Because these are all going in the flex deck.
I've got a whole binder of flex cards.
Yeah, I mean, look.
I mean, you're getting there.
Gotta
you're
start
getting
somewhere.
there.
I also went through my shoebox full of old cards that I've been kind of randomly collecting the last couple of years and pulled out all those flex cards. I had way more than I thought. And there's some bangers in there, Adam. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, I'd like to see some of that.
So we'll go through those at some point and let you tell me how awesome they are. But this booster box that I had, do you want to know the cool cards that I pulled out?
Yeah, I think everybody that's listening to this right now is feeling the same way. They're like, get on with it. Just tell me, Josh.
So we already knew about the Venomoth GX. We talked about that last week, right? Okay.
Yep, and we already know about the Sylveon GX, or tag team.
No, that was...
Or was that just a random pack?
That's from a random pack, yeah.
Okay.
Before the booster box.
Okay.
That was in the... that one GX box that I bought. Kangaskhan. There was a couple packs there. Anyway. Booster box. I got a Trainer Greens Exploration card.
Full art?
Yeah, full art.
Oh, that is so good.
It's very sparkly.
It's like a $35 card.
Cool. Okay. It looks pretty rad. So, I'm a fan. I got a Honchkrow GX.
Okay.
Honchkrow looks pretty intimidating, I'm not gonna lie.
Honchkrow is really good. I think that's like an underrated card.
Okay. Digging the ability. Ruler of the Night. That sounds about right for him. So, put that one aside. Blastoise GX.
Okay.
Rapid
Spin, I think. No, I don't know. It's got a shell armor.
Solid Shell and Rocket Splash.
Solid Shell.
Yeah. And the GX move is a giant geyser. Very cool. I'm a fan of Blastoise, so put that one aside. And then the last one. It's kind of weird, Adam. It's oddly colored.
Okay, so what Pokemon is it? Because we know it's a hyper rare right now.
It's like
it's like a rainbow
colored. Yeah.
I just need to know if it's Charizard and Reshiram.
I mean, there's this weird yellow tag at the top that says tag team.
Oh my gosh.
Man, it's kind of hard to see the Pokemon themselves because they're like
all right, what is it?
Tell me if I'm pronouncing this right. Lucario and Melmetal?
Okay. Yeah. All right, that's sick. That is
not
sick.
the awesome. Really cool one that you were hoping I'd pull, but
Well, I mean, it went from a almost like $200 card to, like 20.
Sure. Okay. Wow. Not bad. But yeah, man, it's a pretty card, Adam.
Yes.
I really like it.
All the hyper rares look gorgeous.
So cool. So cool. So those were my the flex cards pulling out of that booster box. Not bad. I'm pleased with them.
Not bad at all.
I did get a Mew holo. I didn't know how rare that would be or not, so I didn't sleeve it.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's like it's one of those, like, it's a staple.
Okay.
Because it does that ability where you can't touch the bench.
Right.
So if I have a Pikachu Zekrom and I use, I believe it's Tag Bolt. Sorry, I literally have one right here.
I didn't even think about it until you mentioned it just a few minutes ago. So
yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, I got one of those. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Tag Bolt, because it would do like 200 to the active and then 170 to one of your bench Pokemon.
Okay.
So it just keeps your bench guys alive.
I like it. So yeah, 3 more packs, and I'm going to open another one. I'm going to let you pick the Charizard and the big scary white guy, Lucario Melmetal, or the God of War Sylveon.
Do the Lucario Melmetal because you pulled the hyper rare.
I like it. All right. I got really good at opening these, by the way. After you opening a whole booster box, you kind of get good at opening packs like that. All right, audio listeners, you love that crinkle crinkle. What's up, Ken? Code card. Code card. Good luck. KDJ 6RHR PQ9 CVJ. There you go. Good luck. Woo. Dropping it.
Good luck.
3, 4.
I know. It took me a little bit. Like, I had to muster up the courage to even open the pack because the Unified Minds isn't out yet, and like I don't have any of the codes and I don't have any of the cards. So like, I mean, we'll get there. Gotcha. But I did post it on the Insta Booster.
Okay, energy. Well, I guess. No guess, Adam. No guess.
Oh, fire.
Dark. That's a darn good guess, though. We got Tyrogue, Happiny, Metal Core Barrier Trainer card. Okay. Ekans. I like Ekans. Santa Fe Lean Drowsy. Like it. Ooh, Pikachu. That's a cool Pikachu. I haven't seen this one yet. Pikachu's always happy, isn't he?
Always. Even in the newest set, he's super happy.
Grubbin. This Grubbin card cracks me up because it looks like it's actually in the world. Like on a stump.
Yeah, I love it when they do that with the cards.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Ghastly. Ghastly's cool. Reverse Hollow Meltan. I like that silver. That's cool.
There you go.
And then... Oops, odd.
You're like, it's another sparkly. I don't...
Yeah, it's definitely another flex. Celestiala GX.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
I've never heard of that Pokemon, Adam.
Yeah, it's one of the Ultra Beasts. I don't think anybody's really heard of it.
Which gen is it from? What is Ultra Beast?
The last one.
I don't even know what an Ultra Beast is.
They're like new Pokemon they introduced.
Okay.
I don't even. That's a question we have to answer in a later podcast.
Okay.
Because I have to actually look it up. What makes an Ultra?
Is it like on the same grounds as like Legendary and?
Yeah.
Okay. Just another category of those. Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. Well, and pretty sweet GX in that pack. So nice. I'll take it, man. I'll take it.
See, I was thinking, and I'm like, man, that doesn't sound like enough good cards.
Right.
So you might have taken out the three, the three that all have good stuff in them.
Is that so? Is that how that works?
I mean, that's what it sounds like.
Well, we'll see. We'll see over the next couple weeks, folks. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm excited to share with you all my old cards that I've kind of held on to. So, I think
every time I go back to my old cards, like I'm upset that I got rid of my Mew Star forever ago. That's like $100 card. Yeah, I think I probably traded for like $20 worth of stuff. I was like, oh, I don't need it. I don't play it. Now I'm like missing all of those cards. Like I really wish I had all those cards.
Hindsight's 20/20, man. You can't go back. You can only go forward. Remember that. What about you? Have you picked up anything since we last spoke?
My sweet girlfriend, she picked me up a Pichu amiibo.
Amiibo. Let's talk about amiibo.
Let's talk about amiibo because there is the trainer that's out that came out with the Pichu, which I did in fact pre-order that one.
Nice.
I don't know why I wanted that one more than Pichu, but I definitely pre-ordered that one. I haven't picked it up or anything, but Ivysaur and Squirtle are coming out in September. I think the 20th.
That sounds right. I'm excited for the full squad.
And I want both of those because they're Pokemon.
Yeah.
It's hard to not want the Pokemon ones.
I agree.
That's what really like dug me. Is I'm like, oh, I want Charizard, I want Jigglypuff, I want Pikachu,
right.
I want Greninja. I don't have any connection to Greninja at all, but I want Greninja.
Incineroar is coming out too, and that one's gonna be sweet.
Oh
yeah, he's gonna be beefy. I hope. Amiibo. So Pichu, that's cool. That's a cool addition.
And then I was talking about just a few minutes ago, I opened up my first pack of Unified Minds, and I pulled a full art Raichu and a Alolan Raichu Tag Team GX.
Ooh.
And they just look adorable. Totes adorbs.
That's awesome. Huh. I wish you would have put that in the show notes. I want to see what it looks like. You could text it to me later.
What? Oh, well, I didn't put it in the show notes just so everyone knows that the only English version is like on eBay, and it's like I didn't want to like link a picture to what we're talking about to a link to eBay that's going to end. So
I have a question.
But yeah,
I didn't think Unified Minds was out yet.
It's not. But how Pokemon makes it fair or better to or gives an incentive to local shops is that any local shop that does the pre-releases can sell them, I think, a day or two early. Like after their last pre-release. Okay. And that's I walked into my store and they're like, yeah, we got them. We can sell them.
Okay. That explains it.
So it's like, a little nod to local shops.
Okay. That's cool that they do that.
Because basically they are what keeps the game going.
Oh, absolutely.
When it's not at the national and worlds level.
Huh, that makes sense. So they're a little bit more lenient on the release dates of those. Yes.
I mean, it used to be Walmart would get them and they would just put them out the second they got them. So they'd be out like a week early.
Yeah. That sounds
and I'd be like, ooh, gobbling all this up.
Huh. That's cool. So you only bought the one pack?
No, I bought 3. Okay. But, see, it's like I really want to open one.
You know what? I think you should open one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Darkrai and Umbreon or Deoxys and Espeon?
Deoxys. Yeah.
Okay. Going for it.
Feels good, doesn't it?
It does. So I've got a Happy Pikachu. I've got a Bidoof. I've got a Cosmog. I've got a Magmar. I've got a Cottony. A Baby Munchlax. Reset Stamp. Woo! Electric. Reverse Hollow is a Araquanid. And my rare is a Drapion. Just a regular rare Drapion.
Regular old rare Drapion. I don't even know what that is.
He looks like a bunch of shells put together to make a snake thingy.
Looking it up. Oh, gotcha. The evolved form of Skorupi? Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. You're like, the only reason I know this is because of Pokemon Go.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. Couldn't tell you his name for the life of me, though. Huh. Okay, well, not the best pack.
Yeah, that's literally what I was saying is like, this set is like full of a bunch of like random rares like Salazzle and Drapion that like don't really do anything.
But you got Bidoof, so I mean, who could really complain after that, right?
Well, it's the Pikachu that got me.
Well, I mean, easy sell, but the Bidoof. I mean, come on. So I'm looking. There's a Slowpoke and Psyduck GX tag team card. I've never wanted a card more than that in my life. They're having so much fun together.
That's what I was saying. Is like it's a nod to the anime.
It's so good, man. They're having so much fun. Psyduck, look at Psyduck's like smiling. This is fantastic. Oh my god. Okay, well, Unified Minds might be happening over here in this household.
Yeah, I need to send out some bulk to get a box.
Boy, oh boy! I thought I was gonna skip it, but nope. I don't know. That one might have sold me, Adam. Well, okay. You have one left. You guys? I do. I think you should.
No, I'm just gonna open it.
Oh, he's doing it! He's doing it!
It's all your fault. It's all your fault. All right. It's a Magmar, Dynamo, Cosmog, Salandit, Gibble, Dragonair, Basculin, Misty's Favor. Reverse Hollow is a Jinx, and my rare is an Alolan Marowak. Just a rare Alolan Marowak.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry. They can't all be winners. Do they not have energy in them, or are you just not? You just didn't even look at them. You just threw them aside.
Oh no, I do the card trick. So I like go to the fourth one and I just like flip over the energy.
That's what I did.
Take it out of the pack.
Called it out. The audio listeners can't hear what energy you got. Maybe they.
Well, I got a fire in the other one and a dark in this one. So that's kind of like gets me for calling fire for your pack, and then dark because you got a dark.
Yeah, it makes sense. All right, we all opened up packs.
Some of us way too many packs.
It's only 2, Adam. Just 2.
Oh no, I was talking about your box.
Well, hey, did you really think I was going to be able to milk that forever? Once I started, it was like just Val and I were just going back and forth. She'd open one, I'd open one. It was good times, man. Good times. Sitting there watching YouTube videos, opening Pokemon cards. It was a good night. Good night. So I have a question for you this week. I need to learn something. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I want to know what all the different energy cards are. I don't feel like I have a full grasp on energy cards. I'm not. I think I have a guess as to how they're properly used, but I couldn't even tell you all the different energy cards. There's a couple of them that I've seen that don't look familiar at all as far as like the design goes.
Okay.
So I want to know how many different energy cards there are, what they're all called, and how to actually use them in the game.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just like sorting them out so I can be able to explain that to you.
Because I was looking through some of my old cards. I have some like holographic energy cards, and I'm like, would these be trash like Adam considers them to be, or like because they have a little bit of shine to them, does that make it more interesting? I don't know.
No, so
can I have shiny energy cards in my flex deck? Would that be rad? I don't.
Yep, you can do that. Okay. So in the grand scheme of things, there are 9 energy types.
Okay.
There is grass, psychic, dark, metal, fighting, water, lightning, fire, and fairy.
Okay.
And now these are considered basic energies. So no matter what color they are, or not what color they are, no matter what shiny or what they look like, as long as they have the English back or the standard Pokemon back, you can use them. Those are considered basic energies. And
the fairy and the psychic.
Those go out of the. Like? So the psychic looks like an eyeball, and the fairy looks like Alakazam's head, or like a flower.
What colors are they?
It's pink.
The fairy.
Fairy's pink, and psychic is
purple.
Okay. Purple.
Okay.
Grass is green, dark is black, metal is gray, fire is red, lightning's yellow, water's blue, and fighting is brown.
Is there a white one?
Okay, so way back when, there is.
Okay.
It's called a double colorless energy.
Okay. You've mentioned that before.
So you'll notice that some Pokemon have just colorless energy costs. Usually it's like in addition to their type color energy. And so that would make you be able to, because you can only attach one energy per turn.
Okay.
So if you need 3 energies, you need 1 water and 2 colorless. And you played 1 water, next turn another water, next turn another water. It would take you 3 turns. Whereas if you had the DCE, the double colorless energy, you would be able to place that on there and then attack in 2 turns versus the 1.
Okay. And so those are old. They don't do those anymore, though?
Those are now being rotated. They like technically the format changes like right before Worlds, so like technically right now they're in format, but they're not going to be. So I just don't consider them in format right now. So then there's special energy cards. So anything that is a special energy, which it should show it in the top right hand corner, you can only have 4 of. They follow the same rules of the deck building. Gotcha. You can't have just an entire deck of counter energies.
Okay.
And so yeah, there's like rainbow energies, which when you attach it to the Pokemon, they take 10 damage.
Okay.
But the energy is any energy you want, but only 1 at a time.
Okay.
So there are some ways that like you can utilize that where it'll be like a fire requirement, but says like, oh, if you discard a psychic energy, you can do, more damage.
Right.
Or I don't know. There's weird rulings on it, but it is every energy, but only 1 at a time. And then there's ones that don't damage you, called unit energies.
Okay.
And these have like 3 different types to them. The one I'm holding is fire, grass, and water. And it's all 3 of those, but only 1 at a time.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if you were running a fire, grass, and water deck, but you only had a few energies in each, the way to make that more consistent would be to throw in something like this.
So you essentially have 3 cards in one. Yeah.
Right.
You can't play all 3 at the same time, but it's better than holding 3 cards. Okay.
Yes. And then there's a card called Counter Energy, and it basically is a colorless energy. But if you are behind on prizes and it's not attached to a GX or an EX, it counts as 2 rainbow energies.
Okay. So these special energy cards that you're talking about, do they look like trainer cards, but they say like energy at the top?
Yes.
Because I got a couple that said, oh boy, triple acceleration.
Yeah. Yep. And so that says it can only be attached. Well, I mean, you can attach it, but if it's attached to an evolution Pokemon, it provides the 3 energies all at once, but you have to discard it at the end of the turn. So it's good for like a surprise attack.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Really.
So like you evolve into, I don't know, a Charmeleon that has 3 colorless energy requirements. You could play that on there and be able to attack within that turn.
Gotcha.
For only 1 energy versus waiting 3 turns.
I gotcha.
So when they do stuff like that, they give you more energies or they make it good, there has to be some sort of drawback. And the drawback on that is that you have to discard it at the end of the turn.
Okay. Do you like playing with those?
Certain ones. I like Counter Energy a lot just because you can basically build any type of deck and be able to use it. As long as it's not GX or EX, because you can't attach them to that.
Okay.
But if you come across a deck and that's all you do is play special energies, and you come across a Honchkrow GX that says your opponent can't play any special energies, you literally can't play the game.
Right. Yeah. Huh. And that is his ability, isn't it? As long as this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, your opponent can't play any Pokemon tool, special energy, or stadium cards from their hand.
And the tool card would be like the escape board to give their active Pokemon free retreat.
Gotcha.
And stadiums, every deck has at least 2 or 3.
Interesting. Okay. Now...
So it is powerful.
Okay. Yeah, I see that.
But there's a lot of decks that don't need it. That don't need special energies. Like Pikachu Zekrom, because you can attack and then attach more energies, and they go get basic energies.
Okay. Now, as far as energies are concerned, I see you treat the cards like trash on a regular basis. You said you could play any energy card as long as it has like the official Pokemon back of it, like in English, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So whatever set it's from, it still qualifies. Okay.
Yes. Like I have a lot of like one of random energies like floating around all over the place that are, reverse hollow, and it's like I would love to play a deck with 12 of those water energies, but I only have one.
Okay.
So it kind of stinks. And it's like, I don't know. I need to have consistency. So if all 8 of my energies don't look the same, I get frustrated.
Sure. I understand that. As far as like collecting it, like when you get energies, do you just have like a stack of energy? How do you collect how do you store your energy cards?
Right now they're in a Elite Trainer box, and it's all like the packages of them.
The packages of them
from the Elite Trainer box, because you get a package of like 50.
Okay. So you just keep them in there, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
when you're collecting like a full set, like if I'm collecting a full set of Unbroken Bonds, should I keep like one of each energy for the set? Because I noticed they are numbered at the bottom.
Are they?
Yeah, and that threw me off. I was like, well, should I keep these separate from all my other energy cards? I don't know.
No, they're not. Well, this one from Unified Minds isn't.
Maybe I am crazy.
It's the special energies that are numbered.
Okay. Maybe that was what I was looking at. Okay. So as far as regular energy cards go, I could just throw all those in together.
Yeah, they're literally just filler.
Okay.
Yeah, you could throw them all in a box and not feel bad about it.
I didn't want to get them all mixed up and then have to go search for one of each from a whole mess of them, so that makes sense. I feel better about that now. Energy cards. Well, so have you ever played with like all holographic energies in a deck?
Yeah, I literally have like a little it's like a toolkit. It's got all my trainer cards in it, and it's got all my energies in it. If I needed to change my deck on the fly, and I've got all hollow of the same pattern, so they're all from like the professor. Like they're from the Play Club. So basically they were the package that they sent you in the mail.
Okay.
For playing in so many events. It was like a little package, if you will. And it had one of each of the energies.
That's cool.
And so I traded people for those. So I have a lot. But I think I have like 12 or 13 of each.
That's enough. Except
for, I guess, water. Because I just checked to see if I have water, and I only have 9.
Gotta step your game up, man. That's cool. Okay. So, energy cards is what they're not as trash as you make them sound when you're doing your Insta Booster videos.
Well, I mean,
you just throw those suckers around like it's nobody's business. Do you ever just throw them in the fireplace and just burn them? Like, you're just like, I need warmth tonight.
Well, I mean, I throw them in my recycle bin because I'm trying to... save the world.
Do you actually throw them away though at this point? I mean, you've probably had millions of them, right?
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Well, I'm not to that point yet, so I'm saving them all. Just it seems weird throwing them away or recycling them.
Yeah, I know, but it's.
Is there any value? Could you walk into a store with 1,000 and just be like, "Can I get?"
Yeah,
a
I
pack
mean,
for these?
it's like a small value. It's like for every 2, it's a penny or something like that. It's not very good.
See. Okay. All right.
It's not worth where like the common is worth like
Sure.
3 cents. So it's like
Not even worth your time at this point.
yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
All right. Good to know. Will they ever
Right,
add
so-
another element?
Well, they did add fairy. I think the next step is to add a dragon
Okay.
energy, and then, but again, like that would probably be like with the shield and sword
Right.
set. Maybe they'd introduce it
Okay.
then.
So
That would make the most sense because there's there's dragons right now that were printed with like multiple typing. So like a Gudra is like fairy and water.
okay.
Whereas like a Como O is fighting and lightning.
Okay. So it would be a big deal if they introduced a new. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, because up until now, like Clefairy's always been a colorless Pokemon because it just fits into the normal typing.
Gotcha.
But because it's technically a fairy, it's in the fairy family.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Well, thank you for the lesson on energy cards.
Well, we're going to learn about one more style of card. It is a Prism Star, because I wanted to talk about Tapu Koko Prism
Okay.
Star. So Prism Stars, basically, you're only allowed one copy of that card in your deck. So it changes the rules for itself. And then once it is like knocked out or sent to the discard pile, it gets put into the lost zone or removed from play. So like you can't use Brock's Grit and shuffle it back into your deck. It's just in the lost zone. It's there forever. But Tapu Koko, he is a phenomenal addition to any lightning deck. It's a basic. He has 130 hit points, which doesn't actually matter because by the time you put him down, you're just going to use his ability. He has an ability that says once during your turn, before you attack, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may choose 2 of your bench Pokemon and attach a lightning energy from your discard pile to each of them. And if you do, discard all cards from this Pokemon and put it in the lost zone.
Okay. That sounds pretty rad, actually.
Right. And so what makes this so rad, if you will, is that if you discard... So you have a Viridian Forest, so you discard a lightning, and you search your deck for another lightning. You can then use Electro... Oh, I don't know what it's called. Hold on, give me 1 second. I literally am like looking at all the cards. So you can play Electromagnetic Radar, and that's a trainer card. And you have to discard 2 cards from your hand in order to play it. So you could just get that. You could have 2 lightning energies in your hand, play the Electromagnetic Radar, discard 2 lightnings, and go grab the Dedenne GX and a Tag Team GX. So either the Raichu or the Pikachu Zekrom. Lay them down. You can attach for your turn, and then you can use Tapu Koko and put 2 energies on those 2 Pokemon. And then you can energy switch, which moves an energy from one Pokemon to the other. And then you have the Pokemon ready to go.
Huh.
And that can be done turn 1.
Wow. Okay.
So you could be attacking with Zekrom and Pikachu Tag Team GX on turn 1.
That's really cool. I like that.
Yes. No, Tapu Koko is probably like the most useful Prism Star in a lightning deck.
Sure.
I think the most useful Prism Star is probably Ditto Prism Star, because he can evolve into any stage 1. It doesn't matter what it is. It just can
Right.
evolve.
I mean, it's Ditto.
Doesn't have any attacks or anything. It just
Right.
evolves.
Huh. Good to know. It's going to be a while before I retain that kind of information, but I'm excited to get to that point.
Well, yeah. So basically, Prism Stars, again, you can only have 1 copy of that. So you could literally, I mean, I don't know how many Prism Stars are out, but you could have a deck full of Prism Stars that every time they go to the discard, they just get removed
Right.
from play. But, yeah, that's Tapu Koko. Kind of wanted to just talk
Sure.
about him
Yeah,
real quick.
I'm glad you did.
Just because it's a Prism Star. We haven't talked about those. And then Lightning's huge.
Is that kind of like leading what people are playing most these days?
Yeah, especially with the Alolan Raichu, it brings Zekrom, like, because Zekrom, his HP is at 240, okay. Which if you have any fighting Pokemon that can do 120, which there's a lot of fighting Pokemon that can be used in various ways in various decks to counter Pikachu Zekrom. But the Alolan Raichu has 20 extra hit points. It has 260. And there's no choice band, so you can't add any extra damage.
Okay.
So it's really hard to get that one hit
sure.
knockout on the Raichu.
So this Prism Star that we're talking about, that's like that diamond logo that's on that card at the bottom. Okay.
Yep.
Does every set have Prism Stars, or
no? It only goes from Ultra Prism to, I believe, Tag Team. It stops at Tag Team.
Okay. How many were in each set? About, was it like one per set?
I want to say closer to like 6.
Okay.
I want to say 6. Yeah, because there's like there's trainers and Pokemon, so
sure.
It's a mix.
Now, so you do have this card, Tapu Koko. Okay.
Yes. Yep.
It's a cool looking card.
It's currently in my deck.
Sounds like it should be.
Or in one of
right.
3 decks.
Just your electric deck, or yeah.
Yes, yeah. I wouldn't put it in anything other than electric.
What are your other 2 decks?
I've got Naganadel and Quagsire, which Naganadel does its ability charges up, lets you attach an energy from the discard to Naganadel, and then Quagsire's ability is Washout. It lets you move any energy from your Pokemon, or it lets you move your water energies from your bench Pokemon to your active Pokemon.
Okay.
And then I have Kyurem, and it has Hail Prism for 3 energy. You discard 2, and it does 110 damage, but the active Pokemon is now paralyzed, which again, you can't retreat, you can't attack. So it forces your opponent to have a switch. And if they don't have a switch or an answer to that, they're stuck.
Gotcha.
And then I have Malamar, which does the same thing. It grabs a psychic energy from the discard, attaches it to any one of your bench Pokemon, and Ultra Necrozma, which does 80 or 20 plus 80 for each psychic energy you discard. So if you have 4 Malamars and you attach 4 psychic energies, you're doing 8, 16, 24, 32. So 340 damage.
That's pretty solid.
But it only has 190 hit points, which can be taken out pretty easily with all these Tag Team GXs.
Risk reward. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Tapu Koko. Is that from Sun and Moon?
No, it is from Tag. Yeah, it's from Tag Team or Team Up. Yeah, so it stopped at Team Up then. Yeah, because that is from Team Up. We're talking about a Team Up card.
Okay. I meant the Pokemon itself, Tapu Koko. Which game is it?
Oh, yeah, it's from Sun and Moon. Yep. Yeah, it's one of the Island Guardians.
Oh, okay, gotcha. That makes sense. A lot of cool Pokemon came for that game.
Yeah. Like Beware. Beware! No, I just watched the first episode, and I'm just like, what? It's cutting down trees? Oh my god! And it is like basically is trying to like kill Ash. I'm like, oh, this is crazy.
All right. Now you want me to remind you that we have an email this week.
Yes, it is from our friend the Pidgey-Grabba. He says, "Not sure if this made it to you guys. Keep up the great show. Lots of fun to listen to, and a few good lessons mixed in as well."
Awesome. Yeah,
Thanks, Pidgey-Grabba. Hopefully you've gotten some of these codes, or were able to.
Yeah. Somebody better be taking advantage of it, man.
Yeah, if not, I'm gonna go through our backlog. Like, I'd say
a couple weeks from now.
I'd say around Christmas time, I'm gonna do that and just be like, all right, I'm gonna type in every one of these codes. Yeah.
Have your kid transcribe for you as you read them out to them and type it in and put it to work, man. Man,
got anything else?
I
think
don't.
that's a
it
show.
feels like because we did such a late show last week, like it's only been a few days. I'm excited getting into all of this. Like I literally, Adam, last night going through my giant box and just pulling out all my flex cards was just so fun. And I was like, I got overwhelmed thinking about needing to organize them into different sets because, you know, I would just open packs and it's all mixed together at this point, which is, I know. This is before I cared, right? So that's going to be a work. I need to learn what all the different little symbols are at the bottom and which sets they belong to and start separating them that way. But I kept all of my Unbroken Bonds ones completely separate from the booster box, so it's at least a good start on that one. I need to get binders and the pages and whatnot for the non-flex cards, but, you know, gotta start somewhere, right? Slowly but surely. So, no, I got nothing else this week, man. I'm just excited to get into this and you know, inching my way closer to start actually playing. So that's good.
Well, we will get you there.
Right, we will.
Yeah, that's a show. Jeez.
That was okay. It's okay. That's what we signed up for.
All right, guys. Now remember, if you're affected by a special condition, don't forget to use a full heal. Have a good night.